windows that are showing us what's potentially on the inside. One of the most common questions that I get is, how do you know where to cut these agates? And it's usually followed up with, you always seem to know exactly where to cut it. And with agate nodules like this, I'm gonna let you in on my big secret. I guess. You can't really know what's gonna be on the inside until you cut it, but there are agate nodules that make it a lot easier to know where to place your cut. And those are agate nodules with windows. And in this video, we are going to be using a bunch of agate nodules with beautiful windows to pick perfect cuts. So I'm really excited. We have a bunch of Malawi agate nodules with amazing windows, and hopefully we get some premium bands on the inside by reading those windows. Let me show you our nodules we're going to be cutting open today. So here is our 8 nodules that we're going to be cutting open in this video, and as you can see, each one of them has a beautiful window like this showing. That's going to help us figure out where we want to place our cut to get the most premium cut face on the inside. This is one I'm going to cut last because I'm most excited about it, but we're going to go through each one. I'm going to show you the banded window, where we're going to place our cut, and then we're going to get to cutting. And if these nodules have premium bands on the inside, which I am betting that they will, we are also going to be polishing them after we're done cutting everything. But let me set up my saw and I'll tell you about the very first cut that we're going to make. So for this cutting session, we are going to be going from smallest to largest, with the exception that the last one is that really, really banded, beautiful one. But our very first cut is going to be this little guy right here. You can see the window right there. That's all we got. Oh, I guess there's one back here too. So what you don't want to do, I mean, I'm sure you would get beautiful bands, but I want to get the full pattern on the inside. So you don't want to cut through the window. You want to either cut at some angle right in here. I want to get a little bit bigger of a face, and you can see it's kind of at an angle like that and that. So I'm going to cut it right through there and hopefully get that full pattern on the inside. Let's see if it plays out. First cuts in the book, and as always, I am not going to peek at this first. We get to do that together. You can see as it got wet, it got a lot prettier. I'm hoping there's white bands with yellow bands on the inside. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Small but mighty. Look at those beautiful, beautiful bands, that depth in there. Like right here, watch as you roll it. Beautiful, beautiful depth. We used the window to gauge our cut, pick our placement, and it played out. Full pattern, beautiful, beautiful little Malawi agate. That one's a keeper. We're moving on to our next one right here. Window right there, window right here. So you can guess we're gonna put the cut right through the middle right there. These pastel-like ones are kind of hit and miss with the quality. If they're fractured, some of these are like so fractured they're not worth polishing. So hopefully it's a nice solid cut face on the inside and it's got no fractures. That would be ideal. So let's cut it. All right, let's see how this one fared. Oh my gosh, the colors totally threw me off. That is crazy. It's got that, see what I mean? Those pastel ones can be kind of nasty. Those fractures. I will try to grind that out in the polishing process, but it might be so deep that it doesn't come out. But we'll try at least, because that is so pretty. I love the yellows in there. So cool. Gosh, just packed. So packed of beauty. It's got a weird little pocket right there too. That is so strange. I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that. Very interesting. Here is the window on our next cut. Got it right there. That's the only one we got. Looks like it has some kind of host thick. It's kind of thick and host over here. So we'll make sure we don't cut into that, right? And we don't want to cut into the window like I said before. We'll cut it right through here. Hopefully that is a full pattern on the inside and with beautiful colors. This one is actually very fast, so I'm worried that there's a lot of host or naturalness on there, well, oh, look, see what I mean? Like right there. But even though we have windows, it's the best guess that we can make with these nodules. So it does help to try to get the best opportunity to get the best face on the inside, but oh, that's funny how that just runs up through there. See how it like kind of comes down like that? We still got a full pattern in there. It's just got a lot of naturalness down here. This stuff doesn't mind me in the polishing process. It does make it hard to get a perfect polish up here because this stuff chips and shoots through and causes scratches, so you got to go back a lot. But yeah, that's still really pretty. Really, really pretty. I like that one. I'll probably keep that one. I'm going to try to polish it. Now this is one I am very excited about. That's a little window, just a little window, but it's got some good size to it. So I'm going to put the cut placement right in through here. I'm going to try to catch that funky little nose right there. It totally looks like a face. That's so funny. Perfectly like a face. Anyway, I'm going to try to put it right through the tip of the nose and right down in here, and hopefully the inside is fully that pattern. But you know, like with the last one, you might get a little host or matrix or whatever you want to call it up top, but we won't know until we cut it. It's the best cut placement I would guess for this. So let's see how it plays out. Right through the schnooter. Perfect. Perfect, right where I wanted it. Let's see if it plays out. Oh, that is amazing. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That is so much fun. What I love about this one is not only does it have that full pattern, it has depth to it and naturalness to it. Oh, it is so pretty. That is gorgeous. How, like right in here, that depth, that's going to look so sweet polished. Hands down, my favorite one so far was the last one. This one, I am nervous about fractures. It's got one right there. You can see it coming in through there. That's another thing. You don't want to cut like into fractures. You want to try to avoid them, but we got this sweet banded face right here. So with this one, I'm going to try to avoid that fracture right there, and I'm going to come over here a little bit and cut just the end of it off right there. Not going to be the biggest face, but hopefully we have the best possible face. So let's do it. Oh, it opened up on me before I could get over. See what I mean? Oh my gosh, look at that little flame right there. The depth inside that is awesome. I believe we avoided that fracture that came over right there. We got a very, very beautiful cut. Actually, it looks like there might be a little fracture up in here. We'll definitely be able to tell, sorry, right up in here. It might have one up in there. Definitely be able to see if it has one when we get through polishing. They'll show up. But that is sweet. So I have a feeling that our next cut is going to be a beauty. But before we cut it, let me tell you a little bit about my saw. I use the 6-inch Hi-Tech diamond saw. I have all of their saw models, but in this video it's a 6-inch. And we are using the thin sintered blade. I also use the thin notched with the 6-inch. When I use the 10-inch, I pretty much just use the thin sintered. And I really like the thin sintered. It's pretty good. With the 6-inch though, I think I am at a tie with liking the thin notched and thin sintered equally. But this saw, the blade, and all the accessories that you can get with it, like the vise and all that, it's going to be linked in the description box below. But let's fire up the saw, cut this bad boy. It's got that window right there. We're going right in through here. Big face, hopefully big bands. I bet it's gonna be sweet. This one, I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, definitely Definitely got some pastels on the inside. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, that one. Oh, definitely a contender for me keeping in my personal collection. That is so pretty. So far, with each one of our cuts, using the windows to get the perfect cut placement for premium bands is playing out. So I'm really happy that that is playing out, and we're proving it with this video. Hopefully it'll help you with your cuts. And if you think it is going to help you, hit that like button and share this with your friends. Help them get better at cutting agates, because you want to get the best out of your stuff, right? I know I do. And you get to see stuff like this in its full glory. That's what it's all about. Getting to see this, it makes you happy. You get to share that happiness with others. I love it. It's such a blessing. It's so much fun. Our second to last cut is actually our biggest cut, and it's got this banded window right here. Weird little pocket right there and there. But you can see it's got then this clearness, this whiteness running all the way through it on this dirty husk. So I'm thinking it's going to be kind of lighter, but it's going to have these bands. I don't think it's going to be as prominent as some of the other ones. A little more clear bands, if that makes sense, like this window right here. But we're going to cut it right through here, because that's where those bands are, right? So I want to get that, but perfectly clean with the cut face in the center of the agate. I am very happy with how that cut went. Didn't get any blowouts or anything like that. So let's see how the inside of that fared. Oh, what? It's so much better than I thought it was going to be. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. You know what? I bet this is like that, but it was stained. That's what it is. It's just stained, and this is the perfect pureness on the inside. What a cool little pocket right there, too. That's really neat. It's like there was supposed to be quartz and then or some other mineral, and then it wore away over time. That's so interesting. Well, I always get excited when we get to our last cut, but also a little sad, because that means the cutting part is over for this session. But I'm mainly excited with this one because we have 1, 2, and 3 really great windows that are showing us what's potentially on the inside. Now, if this one ends up being a dud, I am going to be very disappointed because I really love this egg, and this would be one that I wouldn't even want to cut. But I think it's a perfect example of, let's use the windows to make our cut placement. So with this guy, the cut placement's going to go right in between the windows here and hopefully get that beautiful pattern on the inside. I think it's going to be sweet. I am going to say my guess is it's going to be the best one of all of them, and I really, really hope I'm right. So let's fire up the cell one last time, make our cut, and see if the theory with this one is right, that it's the best of the best. Okay, so I am extremely happy with the cut placement, exactly where I wanted it. I'm really excited to see if it plays out. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. This is one of the best Malawi agates I have ever cut open. This one's absolutely going to stay in my collection. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm legit lightheaded. This is so beautiful. Oranges, purples, whites, yellows. It's got some platelets in there. You've got to be kidding me. I can't wait to polish that. Oh my gosh. Whew. Gotta take some breaths. My gosh. How amazing is it that we get to see inside of this stuff? Who knows how old it is, how long it's just been waiting, and then I bought it and we get to cut it and see it together for the first time. That is so much fun for me. I hope it's fun for you guys too. This is seriously like so special. Like it's so much deeper than just like cutting rocks. You know what I mean? It's just a rock. It's not though. It's so amazing. This is an African Malawi gem, a beautiful agate. It's so amazing. There'll never be another agate like this in the world. I know I'm rambling on this one, but oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is so spectacular. I have like a personal collection of some of the best Malawi agates that I've cut. I think this one is probably the best one. Hands down, probably one of the best ones I have in my collection. That's phenomenal. And fracture free. Absolutely fracture free. That's so crazy. Oh boy, I am... The last one's got me over the moon. It's so awesome. And I think it was 8 of them. 8 for 8. I'm pleased with. A couple have some nasty fractures in there. What can you do? We'll try our best to work them out. And we're going to work them out on my 8-inch Cab King. The 220 grit is the wheel that we're going to start on. And then we're going to roll through the Rez wheels. That's capital R-E-Z, Rez wheels, and all of that, their equipment and accessories, everything, same as the saw, going to be linked below for discounts. But one of the things I wanted to talk about really quickly with polishing is I'm trying to find my sweet spot with what to show you with the polishing part of the process. And in this video, I'm just going to show you some clips of me polishing them, and then we're going to look at all these polished. But if you guys ever have any questions about polishing or anything like that, leave a comment and ask, because this entire video with the cut placement part was based off of many viewers' questions. So make sure to leave your questions. I try my best to see as many as I possibly can, and maybe I'll make a video about it someday. So I don't even know what I was saying. Totally lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna get started polishing, and like I said, I'm just gonna show you some fun clips as we work through them, and we'll see you in a very short amount of time with all of these polished. Oh, I'm so excited to see the last one polished. It was, I'll have to show you my little collection. It's slowly growing, but I think it's one of the best ones. Whew, well, after 3 very fun, relaxing, and hand crampy hours, we got all of those pieces through the polishing process, and I'm really, really happy with them. And 2 of them are going to be staying in my personal collection because I love them so much. So let me show you all of these that we polished, and then I'll show you the ones that are going to go, well, you're going to see them. They're going to go in my personal collection, and then I'm going to show you my little collection of Malawi agates that I keep for myself. So here is all of our polished pieces from this cutting video, and here's my little batch of Malawi agates that are in my collection. The rest of them that I don't keep will be going on my Etsy store. Also, as always, linked in the description box below. So let's take a peek at how these babies turned out. Alright, starting off with our smallest piece. You can see the light playing on that. That turned out really, really well. So cool. The fractured one that I said I'm going to persevere and work on those fractures, they did not go away. They just kept being there. It was so fun. This one with that naturalness, a lot of matrix and host. You can see the pitting, but took a very good polish, and it's almost got like a purpley, I don't know if I'd say amethyst. I think it's just the coloring, but it's really pretty. Took a good polish. Not too bad. Starting to get a little bit bigger in size here. Whoa, with this guy. And I love the orange in here and the depth that has. It's really, really nice. All the way through with the bands up in here and everything on both sides. Really, really good depth. This one had the really great band and depth combo. The bands are phenomenal, look like candy stripes. And then in here on both sides has really cool depth into kind of like the back. the husk of the agate, which is really neat. And this one is better than the two. Right in here, it's got a lot of great naturalness going on. I don't know if it'll really show up if I like. You can kind of see it. I'm just blasting it here. You can kind of see it in there. Such great depth. Moving on to our other bigger pieces before we get to the last set. This one took a phenomenal polish. Phenomenal. Cool little pockets in there as well. They're so cool. So this pink guy right here turned out pretty nice. I really love all those really beautiful bands. Got a nice little flow channel down in here. Mind my fingers, they get so beat up and stuff from polishing. Just tore up. Yeah, but yeah, these are really pretty. And our final one. I was thinking about keeping both halves because it's just unbelievable, but I don't know. One half for sure, this side, but I don't know. That is just crazy. It's so cool. It's one of those ones where I was thinking about it the whole time polishing, just like, man, this thing is nuts. It's so cool. And you can see in there, in that pocket right there, is black bits. That is goethite. So that one has goethite as well. Isn't that just crazy? So spectacular. Such great bands. Oh, it's so awesome. Man alive, that is pretty. Well, for now, I am going to keep this one in my collection. Little thing I have here. Got that one. Got this one. This is one of my favorites. So beautiful. Looks like Our Lady. Got this really beautiful pink, purpley yellow. The color transfer right here is unbelievable. This one's just packed. This one's sweet. Man, they're all so sweet. Yeah, some of my favorite ones. So cool. I love Malawi agates. They're awesome. So that just about wraps up our cutting and polishing lapidary adventure. I really hope the cutting part of this video helped you learn a little bit about where to make those good cut placements and how to maybe read the windows to get those premium bands on the inside. And as always, polishing is very fun, very relaxing. I love it. If you got questions on the polishing process, just ask in the comment section below. And thank you all so much for joining me. I had a blast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that like and share button to support the video. Thank you. Bye.